Thinking is something that all human beings get involved, practically every moment of their awoken state. However, many of us assume thinking is just an everyday activity that often is taken for granted. To these people, thinking is a given norm, and yet it is at the heart of our very existence. Thinking affects our emotional well-being. Negative thoughts land you in a territory where your feelings become grossly unpleasant. Conversely, positive thoughts transform your emotions into pleasant ones. But how is this possible, you may ask, as you will soon come to realize your thoughts are the director and controller of your emotions.
Yes!
In this video, you are given a clear picture of the link between your thoughts and your emotions. You will also learn how the human brain not only processes your thoughts but also manages your emotions. Although the brain dictates your emotions, from the thoughts it processes, eventually it is you, and you alone, who is able to decide which thought gets to trigger your emotions.
Many experiments were conducted in the past to analyze the thinking process as soon as a thought emerges in the brain. These experiments have concluded that thinking gives rise to emotions, which subsequently generate chemicals in the brain. Such chemicals are released to help you manage your life. Depending on the way you think and the emotions that arise within you, these chemicals can either help or harm you. Negative emotions, such as anger, will release chemicals that can affect your health over time. The more negative thoughts you experience, the more damaging chemicals will be released. These chemicals not only affect you at the moment, but continue to linger much longer in your body. You would have experienced a difficult moment as you manage the day-to-day activities of your life. Your negative thinking about the moment in time will give rise to a feeling of unwellness. At the same time, your mind will bombard you with a flurry of negative thoughts as it analyzes the difficult moment that you are experiencing, which could be real or just imaginary. Medical studies show that the unpleasant chemicals produced in the brain has the potential to harm your immune system. On the other extreme, when you experience good or positive thoughts, pleasant emotions are generated, which optimizes your mental and physical state. Good or positive chemicals are released by the brain, which have the potential to strengthen your body's immune system. Your body's defense system and its ability to fight any form of virus or bacteria in the body is greatly enhanced. We can safely conclude that our body has its own pharmacy that is open 24/7, prescribing chemicals as soon as it receives a response. The question then arises on how we can ensure that this pharmacy of ours prescribes only the right chemicals to keep us at an optimum emotional level. The answer to this is quite straightforward. All we have to do is choose the right thoughts to experience positive emotions so that the pharmacy can dispense good chemicals. The thinking that you engage at any moment of time spirals into a feedback loop. If you experience more negative thoughts, the worse your feelings will become, which subsequently makes you think even more negative thoughts. This makes you feel even more worse. On the other hand, if your thoughts are positive, then you feel better, which results in more positive thoughts, leading to better feelings. A series of good or bad chemicals are thus created in a feedback loop. People who get themselves trapped in the bad chemicals loop soon become depressed without themselves realizing why they feel like so. Every event starts with a thought. With each thought, an electrochemical reaction occurs in the brain. Such an activity takes place because we humans are made up of two elements, namely the nervous and the endocrine system. The nervous system is responsible for the electrical activity, while the endocrine system manages the chemical activities. Our brain is composed of nerve cells called neurons. There are around 100 billion neurons in a typical brain. Each of the neurons are further shaped into tree-like branches, which are known as dendrites. Messages are transmitted through these dendrites. The larger the networks of these dendrites, the greater the connections that occur among the other cells of the brain. It should be emphasized that the brain's influence is not confined to the head alone, but extends throughout the body. This is accomplished through the nervous system. The nervous system works in tandem with the endocrine system. The endocrine, through its network of glands, then secretes hormones into the bloodstream. These hormones are responsible for the fight or flight responses of a human being. As discussed earlier, the endocrine system releases the chemicals, but who is the dispenser? It is the pituitary gland, the size of a pea, located at the base of the brain. It is also your body's pharmacy. When a thought arises, an emotion or feeling follows. This then gives rise to an influx of chemicals that circulate through the body by way of the bloodstream. Different emotions cause your brain to release certain type of chemicals. Depending on your thoughts and the corresponding emotions that follow, chemicals are released in varying degrees by the brain. To take control of your thinking pattern, you need to know how to change your reactions as you grapple with your distorted thinking style. The only way to escape from your old habit is to change your perspective of situations as they unfold. When you change your thoughts from negative to positive, your brain glands act accordingly. These glands are smart enough to interpret whether you feel calm and relaxed or in the midst of a situation that has the potential to harm you physically. The mind deduces this as a threat and immediately releases stress hormones that allow you to fight or flee. Some of the neurons of the brain are prone to release happy chemicals when you feel happy. However, your negativity will not disappear overnight, even though you may approach an event with positive outlook. It is natural to have some form of negative emotions during appropriate moments to tackle an immediate problem. We may feel angry when we see injustices occurring around us. It is only natural for us to experience frightening thoughts if there is an impending danger that threatens our core being. The discussion highlighted in this video has portrayed that the mind and the body are inextricably linked. This means the quality of your thinking will determine your emotional and physical state at a given moment in time.